In a small village nestled between rolling hills and meandering rivers, where the mornings smelled of fresh earth and the evenings glowed with firelight and quiet songs, there lived a humble farmer and his wife. They were known as kind, hard-working people, respected by everyone around them. Though their fields were modest and their home simple, their hearts were rich with gratitude. For they had been blessed with one precious daughter named Anna. From the moment Anna was born, the village seemed brighter. As she grew, her beauty unfolded like the sunrise over the hill slope, warm and impossible to ignore. Her skin glowed with health, her eyes sparkled with curiosity, and her smile could soften even the hardest heart. Yet it was not her beauty alone that made people love her. Anna had a gentle spirit. She greeted elders with respect, helped children without being asked, and spoke with a kindness that lingered long after her words had ended. When she laughed, it was said that even the birds paused to listen, as if her joy was part of the music of the land. As the years passed and Anna became a young woman, her fame spread beyond her village. Young men came from near and far, some bringing gifts, others boasting of their strength or wealth, all hoping to win her hand in marriage. They stood proudly before her parents' home, confident that their looks, cattle, or promises would impress her. But Anna refused them all. She listened politely, thanked them for their interest, and gently turned them away. When villagers asked why she rejected so many fine suitors, she would smile thoughtfully and say, "I will marry only the best-looking man in the country. One, young, strong, and capable of loving me truly and deeply." Some admired her confidence. Others whispered that she was too proud, that beauty such as hers should not be so demanding. Her parents worried quietly, though they never forced her. They trusted that their daughter would choose her path in her own time. What no one in the village knew was that Anna Eswards had traveled far beyond the hills and rivers deep into the dense forest that bordered the land. In that forest lived a powerful python, ancient and mysterious. He was no ordinary creature. The spirits of the land had gifted him with magic long ago, and among his many powers was the ability to transform into any form he desired. For years, he had lived in solitude, watching humans from a distance, curious about their lives, their love, and their longing. When the python heard of Anna, the beautiful girl who sought the best-looking man in the land's interest was stirred, but it was not her beauty alone that caught his attention. It was her refusal to settle, her belief that love should be deep and true, not merely convenient. "I will show her," the python thought, "that even one such as I can become what she seeks." And so, using his magic, he transformed himself into a man tall, dark, and strikingly handsome. His eyes were deep and calm like forest pools, his voice smooth and warm, his presence commanding yet gentle. He chose the name Ku and dressed as a traveler from a distant land. One bright morning, Ku walked into the village. People noticed him immediately. Heads turned, conversations paused, and whispers followed him through the dusty paths. He greeted everyone with respect, spoke kindly to elders, and laughed easily with children. He offered his help to farmers in the fields, worked tirelessly under the sun, and asked for nothing in return. Anna noticed him too. At first, she watched from a distance. There was something about Ku that felt different, not just his looks, though he was indeed handsome, but the calm strength he carried, the patience in his gestures, the kindness in his eyes. When they finally spoke, Anna found herself listening more than talking, drawn into his stories of distant lands, strange forests, and lessons learned through hardship. Days turned into weeks. Ku became a familiar presence in the village. He brought Anna exotic flowers from the forest, their colors unlike anything she had seen. In the evenings, they would sit beneath the moonlit sky, and he would tell her stories while the river whispered nearby. With him, Anna felt seen not just admired, but understood. Slowly, without realizing it, her heart began to choose. The villagers smiled knowingly as they watched the two grow closer. At last, they said, Anna has found the man she was waiting for. One evening, as the sky burned orange and gold, Ku asked Anna to walk with him beyond the fields. There, with the earth cooling beneath their feet and the stars beginning to appear, he asked her to marry him. Anna's heart raced. Joy and uncertainty tangled within her. She loved being with him, yet there was an air of mystery around Ku that she could not fully explain. She asked for time to think and sought counsel from her parents. Her father listened quietly, then said, My daughter, love is a journey filled with surprises. If your heart feels peace with him, do not be afraid. Her mother held her hands and looked into her eyes. But remember, my child, the eyes can be deceived. Look deeper. True worth is found within. That night, Anna lay awake beneath the stars, listening to the distant sounds of the village. By dawn, her heart had made its choice. She would marry Ku. Preparations for the wedding began at once. The village buzzed with excitement. Drums were repaired, fabrics were dyed, and elders spoke of the celebration to come. But on the night before the wedding, Anna had a dream. She stood alone in the forest, surrounded by silence. A gentle voice spoke to her not in fear, but in warning. Look beyond the surface, Anna. True love is not about appearances. It is about the heart. She woke with her heart pounding. When morning came, Anna found Ku and spoke carefully. Before we marry, she said, I need to see you as you truly are without any pretense, without any disguise. For a long moment, Ku said nothing, then he nodded. Bound by her request and by the power of truth, his magic shifted. Before her eyes, the handsome man transformed into a massive python. His scales shimmered, his body coiled with strength. Anna gasped. The villagers, drawn by her cry, ran toward them. When they saw the python, fear spread like fire. People shouted, some fled, others reached for weapons. But Anna raised her hand. She stepped closer to the python and looked into his eyes. There, she saw the same kindness, the same wisdom, the same gentle presence that had drawn her to Ku. Her voice was steady as she spoke. I said I would marry the best-looking man who could love me truly. I see now that true beauty lies within. I will keep my promise. The python lowered his head, moved by her courage and acceptance. In that moment, the magic surrounding him changed. Le pure and unconditional broke the spell that bound him. Before the villagers' eyes, the python transformed once more into Ku. This time, the change was permanent. Silence fell. Then wonder. Berte. The wedding took place amid joy and awe. Drums echoed across the hills, laughter filled the air, and Anna and Ku stood together as equals, their love celebrated by all. Years passed, and their story was told and retold. Anna and Ku lived a life of harmony, reminding generations that love transcends appearances, that promises matter, and that the heart sees what the eyes cannot. And so, in that small village between hills and rivers, people learned that love is the greatest magic of all.